Welcome, tennis fans. Today, we're diving into one of the most remarkable stories in modern tennis, the meteoric rise of Jannik Sinner. From being unranked to reaching world number one, Sinner's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. We'll explore his early struggles, the key moments that shaped his career, and how he's now challenging the legends of the sport. Ready to witness Sinner's incredible rise to the top? Let's get started. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more amazing tennis content. This is Jannik Sinner practicing in 2018, a few months after returning professional. And this is Jannik Sinner in 2024 number one in the world and two-time Grand Slam champion in just 6 years. Jannik Sinner went from amateur player to climb to the top of the ATP ranking, winning 2 of the 4 most prestigious tournaments in the world and cementing his name in the history of the sport as the 29th number one in the world. But how does Sinner improve so dramatically, surpassing over 1,000 professional players, including some of the greatest of all time, in such a short period? What do you mean you're not a human man? You're 15 years old and you play like this good job from ages 7 to 12. Sinner's main sport was king, and it was only a little over 10 years ago, at the age of 13, that he made the decision to quit skiing and focus full-time in tennis, typically the regular route for someone who wants to become professional tennis player is playing the ITF Junior Tour, that is limited for only 18 and under players. Playing the junior circuit is a way to play many matches with other players who are also still developing their game and get used to the traveling, not to mention the opportunity to qualify and play at the 4 Grand Slams. A few examples of players who got to the number 1 in the juniors ranking are Andy Roddick, Roger Federer, Gael Monfils, Kasper Ruud, Taylor Fritz, Andrew Rublev, and many others. And although Sinner playing in the juniors and got to 133 the ranking, he didn't even care about climbing further and the possibility to playing in the junior Grand Slams. Instead, only at the age of 16, he decided to go only in a professional tour and started playing futures, which are low-level professional tournaments. Within just a little over 1 year of turning pro, Sinner broke through into the top 100 to show just how impressively fast Sinner got to the top 100. Here's how long it took Murray, Novak, Federer, and another. And here's where CR ranks against them. Just a month longer than Rafa, who is regarded by many by one of the biggest tennis prodigies of all time. But I guess the tournament that made Sinner's name known to the rest of the world, and it's where I first watched him play, was a next gen final. The Next Generation ATP Finals features the best 8 players under the age of 21, and in 2019 the tour was the perfect storm for Jannik Sinner, an 18-year-old Italian placed in home soil. The tour made to propel their sport's next talent and wins it. All fast forward to today, and it's no secret that Jannik has been having an incredible year. In 2024, he achieved the number 1 spot at the ATP ranking and managed to win both hardcore Grand Slams, Australian Open, and more recently US Open at just 23 years old, an achievement so significant that here's a list of all other players who are also able to do the same. Yeah, he's the only one. Nobody has ever won 2 hardcore Grand Slams in the same calendar year at or before turning 23. In fact, Jannik Sinner is proven to be a hardcore specialist, while on grass his win percentage is at 68 and clay at 67. His career win percentage on hardcore is at 76. This is in fact higher than Daniel Medvedev, who claims to be the hardcore specialist. I'm a specialist, but is it possible to pinpoint what specifically made Jannik Sinner rapid success possible? While it's true that he has improved every area of his game for the past few years, the most noticeable improvement is without a doubt his serve. It's clear that S's team always had a special focus on improving the quality and efficiency of his serve, to prove that. Here's his coach in March of 2019 explaining how they change his serving Stands from platform, which is having your feet apart, to pinpoint, which is having your feet together before. Jumping changes, of course, don't mean anything without results, so to illustrate just how much progress Sin had on his serve over the years. I've collected all his serving data for the past 6 seasons. The green line shows the percentage of his serves that are aces, while the red line shows a percentage of times that he double folds. When serving, he went from 4.5 in 2019 to 8.77% of aces in 2024, while dropping his double fault percentage from 2.5 to 1.5% in the same period. Simply put, seeing more aces while doing less double folds. But how exactly does that translate into winning tennis? In this autograph, you can see his service point 1 percentage going from a 60.6 to a 69.1%, and his service games 1 percentage going from 72.5 in 2019 to 90.7% in 2024, the second highest in the tour, just behind Matteo Berrettini, the ultimate representation of all that is this year's Australian Open semifinal, when CR defeated Novak, who is regarded by many as one of the best, if not the best, serve returner of all time. In this match, Novak never broke CR serve. Actually, can you guess how many chances Novak had to get a break of serve? If you guess 0, you're correct. That's right. During 4 sets and 3 hours and 22 minutes, Novak never got a single break point during Jannik Sinner serve. Before we continue with friends, don't hate me, I'm just telling the facts. Of course, the serve was not the only factor contributing to Sinner success. From the beginning of his career, he was already getting the chance to practice with the top players, including Novak, Federer, and Nadal, who were all impressed by how well he hit the ball from both sides and his ability to move in the court. CR speed especially impressive, considering his 6 feet 4 inches, and his ability to slide with both feet allowed him to counterattack extremely well, and proof of that is that he ranks 10th on the ADP Steel metric that ranks the players based on percentage of points won after being placed at a defensive or unfavorable position. But the most impressive, in my opinion, is C's groundstroke shots. He hit so hard that at the beginning of his career, this is what Federer had to say, which obviously needs to manage when to pull the trigger and how big you can go, because it's not quite realistic to just keep on whacking the ball full speed. But oh, Roger, did you get that one wrong? Honestly, the best way to describe his shot is that he simply has 2 forehands, and I know it sounds like an exaggeration, but hear me out to show what I mean. S's average for his speed is 78 m per hour, and his average backing speed is 73, and this is a tour's average. Exactly. Sin's average backing is the same speed as the average 2 players forehand. That should not be possible, but this is Jannik Sinner. That and many other things he can do that others can are the reason he's been able to achieve what he's achieved for the past few years. Looking at the future is exciting. To think of the possibilities and what's to come now. The C has 2. How many more Grand Slams can he yet? Also, S's rivalry with 21-year-old Alcaraz is already hitting up, and it's only going to get better with time. So is this going to be an all-time rivalry like Federer, Nadal, and Novak Djokovic? Unfortunately, none of these questions can be answered now, but at just 23, Jannik Sinner is just getting started, so all we can do is sit back, relax, and see what's going to be the next chapter of his so far incredible journey. Union, I hope you enjoy the video, but before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.